Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Señoras y señores, live!
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I hope you're enjoying your evening. My name is Chris. This is Scotty. We are your hosts for the Action Lab, your premier sports and entertainment talk show on the internet. And it's not close. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully you're enjoying your week and your Wednesday night. We're live previewing week 12 in the NFL tonight. And we might be talking a little bit about some other sports too. But we're here hanging out with you. What's up, Scotty?
What's going on, Chris? How we doing?
Yeah.
Shout out to Coke Man Chris. 44 months.
44 months. Shout out.
Feels like it should be higher than that, to be honest.
I know. It's weird. I think there's some people out there that are subscribed longer than Coke Man Chris, which is a little strange.
I thought he was here from the start.
I figured, but who knew? Welcome in, everybody. So we're a little late tonight. It was all Scotty's fault. No, I'm just kidding.
Scotty's late as usual.
I told him to start without me, to be fair.
You did not actually say those exact words.
No, it was also...
Yes, I did.
You just said be on soon.
Well, yeah, but... I thought I implied, be on soon, go ahead. Then I'll be on soon.
That, and also, I was... it was my fault as well. It was my fault as well, because... we have something a little special that we're going to be trying out here soon. We're going to be experimenting a little bit here in the Action Lab. Now, we've always tried to find new ways to grow our audience and to try to find new people to join us in our Lab Rat community. And we have a new way to do that. So I am playing around with an idea of going live, not only on Twitch, not only on YouTube, but we're going to test out TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. We're testing out TikTok. And that is, I'm still building the infrastructure out. We're almost there. I wanted to potentially test it out tonight, but it's going to potato. Something's going to go wrong. So why screw with it tonight? Maybe Sunday could be the night where we go in and we test out how we can build a little TikTok audience and send them to our Twitch side. We're trying to figure that out. But thank you guys for the patience.
Riley. Was the burning smell the smoke from Chris's ears as he had that deep thought?
Probably.
He hasn't had a deep thought.
I have so many deep thoughts. So many.
That's good for you. I don't have any. I don't have deep is not my thing. I'm like, deep thoughts? Nah, not for me.
Yeah.
Do you even have thoughts?
Plenty of thoughts, but deep?
Maybe not as deep.
Yeah, I'm more just like, chill.
Yeah, I mean he's
chill.
He's chilling. Rec, who would you rather have, Prime Rogers or Prime Burrow?
I mean, Rogers won 4 MVPs, so
Yeah,
I'll take Rogers.
It's not close right now.
It's
definitely Rogers.
Rogers has the longer and bigger resume. But
Prime Rogers was definitely better than Prime Burrow.
Jesus.
No.
Hi, Evil.
Hey, Evil's in the house. Let's go. And we had a hype train.
Thanks for the biddies, Evil. Thank you.
Evil, thank you for the 100 bits as always. Anytime I hear Patrick, it's always, we know that he's here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah. So, welcome.
Is that actually Patrick's voice right there?
No, I don't
It
think
is.
so. Is it?
It
No.
definitely is.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
It's 20
No,
days.
actually, I know what that's from.
It's from
He
the
said I'm here in an actual game against the Raiders.
and someone dubbed it.
And someone dubbed it. Yeah. And that is insane. Enjoy it, Evil. Enjoy it, Evil. It may last the rest of the season. It may not last the rest of the season. We'll see.
We will
But
find
enjoy
out.
it for now. Enjoy it. Have your fun.
That was definitely some bad lip reading shit. Remember those bad lip reading videos? Those are so good.
Yeah.
I miss
I mean,
those.
like the first one was the best, but like it peaked immediately.
Yeah, we went through 2 or 3 rounds of those videos coming out, and then eventually it's like you kind of get the point.
They went too off the rails with it, where it was just like, all right, this is clearly just insane what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to be somewhat believable, and for people that haven't seen it before, make it somewhat believable. But they just go off the cuff so hard now, where it's like, all right, this is clearly not real in any aspect.
Yeah.
They should have John Boy write the script for the bad lip reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be some funny shit right there.
Yeah, bad lip readings. I mean, they had their run. They were good, and then it kind of overstayed its welcome a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, so welcome in. We have a massive show, probably the best show we've ever done, coming your way tonight. Is that true? That's got to be true.
Has to be. Has to be true.
Forget all the other shows we've ever done. This one's going to be the best.
Forget about the drunk show.
Yeah, the drunk show. Yeah, I mean,
I got so drunk that he forgot about it.
I wasn't even on it, so it wasn't the best. That's for sure.
That's what made it the best.
Yeah.
And also the fact that I kept winning games.
NBA action going on tonight. Our Nuggies got a nice win. They started out brutal in this game. Beat the Pelicans tonight, Scotty. 125-118.
They got to win. I wouldn't say it's a nice win, but they got to win.
They got to win. They'll
That's all
take.
that matters.
It was ugly. It was ugly at first in this game. I was watching the first probably. I don't know. I was watching the first half, and I was like, "Damn, we suck." tonight.
Honestly, it doesn't bother me that it was an ugly win. Just get the win because they got an ugly loss the other night. So
Yeah.
just get a dub.
Get a dub. By the way, we were talking about this in local media about sports cities, and currently, until that last loss to the Chicago Bulls, Colorado sports at home were undefeated going into the 2 nights ago, where all the home teams, the Nuggets, the Avs, and the Broncos, had not lost a home game, and they
What
were
about the Rock? I don't think the Rockies.
the Rockies didn't lose either. See, I mean, the Rockies didn't lose any home games.
Not since October. They haven't lost a home game.
The streak is alive here in Colorado, with all of the Colorado teams not losing really at all. So that's kind of a crazy thing. The Nuggets are currently 11-3. The Avs, what are the Avs right now? They haven't lost.
They still only have one loss in regulation, which is insane. That's crazy. After what have they played, like 20, 22, 23 games, something like that, I would guess.
They're 13 wins, 1 loss, and 5 overtime losses.
19 games. Okay.
So currently the best team in all of hockey from a points perspective. Now,
you think about hockey, that's still incredible that the fact that they've only lost in regulation one time over 19 games is crazy.
Yeah.
They're
in overtime.
They're not good in overtime, but overtime, is a little fluky and like whatever. And then they've lost 2 in shootouts. They haven't won a shootout game. They're bad in overtime and shootouts, but like, who cares? That doesn't happen in playoff hockey, so who cares about that? They're the best right now. They're the best team in Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, their plus 31 point differential is the best in all of the NHL by a long shot. I think the next best is plus 16. The Carolina Hurricanes are plus 16, and that's the second best point differential to the Colorado Avalanche at plus 31. Like, that is that's wild.
I think, Chris, you would agree with this. If you had to order right now the teams in Colorado, and all 3 are playing great, it's the Avs, Nuggets, Broncos. As far as
yes,
how good they are right now.
Correct. I mean, yeah, and even then, I mean, I still think Colorado, Avalanche, and the Nuggets both have the best chance to win their respective titles.
The Broncos aren't winning a Super Bowl.
And then 10th are the Buffaloes.
Buffaloes aren't even.
We don't know. College sports don't exist here.
College sports in Colorado they're not real. They're not real.
College sports don't exist.
Not real.
We only focus on pro, and the Rockies are going to be better because they finally hired someone from outside the organization for the first time in like 40 years.
I was just going to say they're going to be better because they don't have anywhere to go but up. It's almost physically impossible for them to be worse.
But at least, I mean, there's so many things that have already come out since they hired DePodesta, like, which were obvious, but like, man, it was so bad on the baseball side. Like, teams didn't even try and trade with the Rockies because the Rockies were so uninterested or asked for ridiculous things in return, which was so dumb. Like, they didn't even, there was no relationship with any of the other major league teams because the other major league GMs were like, well, the Rockies are just dumb. Yeah, and we're not gonna be able to make even a trade with them when clearly they should be moving assets when you're losing 100 plus games for the 3rd straight season, which they had never done prior to 3 years ago, but 3 straight years of 100 plus, and hopefully they're on the mend and the change. And I like the move to Walker, Monfort's son. Everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh. I know him. He's a good guy. So I think he's smart. I think he'll do a good job. And he'll lead them in the right direction. And we'll see if Paul DePodesta can lead them back to at least relevance. Like, you don't even have to be great. Just don't be terrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's an experiment that we're willing to just throw some darts at. And we'll take it.
I would experiment with that instead of just keeping the status quo. At least you're trying to change. I'll take it. I'm going to go to some Rockies games next year just because of that.
Yeah.
Am I going to go for free? Yes, but that's not the point.
Will I pay? Will I pay for my tickets? Absolutely not.
I could have gone to every game for free this year, and I didn't go to a single one, Chris.
I only went to one. It was because my work paid for getting us into a suite. So I was like, all right, I'll take that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone to any. So,
listen, I'm a real fan that can support the downtimes, but like in the downtimes, you have to prove to me that you're doing something to make it better. And they weren't. They were just stuck in garbage. Suites talk, baby. Yeah, I won't be in a suite. I can't go in a suite for free. No, my wife's company doesn't have a suite at the Rockies. They do have, they have what's essentially a suite. Never mind. But that's beside the point.
Yeah. Suites.
Did we know we were going to talk about the Rockies this
No,
week?
we had no idea we were talking about the Rockies whatsoever.
That's what the people want to talk about.
But yet we have 3 other teams that are like doing pretty well, and we're talking about the Rockies in the off season with their prospects of winning a championship. So that's might as well add them to the list, right? But that being said, let's dive into it a little bit. Let's go ahead. We don't really have too much. There's not a lot of news going on really around the world of sports. But let's go ahead. Let's break it down into the NBA. So the NBA, I want to talk about this a little bit. They're starting to put together some health-related initiatives, Scotty. Because I'm not going to lie. I don't know how many ESPN notifications you got along with myself. I don't know if you have ESPN notifications for NBA as frequently, Shams updates. But I think every NBA superstar is out for like the next 5 weeks in the NBA. It's crazy.
It feels aggressive, but sure.
We had, Wemby, who... calf strain.
And here's the thing with Wemby, his talent is beyond earth. I think we're lifetime career. He's just gonna get injured too much. That body feels like a walking injury to me. I don't know. It's just too long and too skinny and like the wear and tear. So like Wemby's on like a different platform, but I hope it doesn't happen because Wemby's great for the game. But I just feel like Wemby's going to be hurt a lot through his career.
Yeah. Ja Morant's out. A bunch of other stars are out. The
best you can do as number 2 is Ja Morant.
Ja Morant. So NBA star players are missing twice as many games as they did in 2023-24. It's gotten so bad that nearly half of the NBA stars are injured now. And then there's this metric that was circulating around Twitter or X, where the NBA star play percentage has dipped below 60% mark already this season, something that usually doesn't happen until the final stage of the NBA season, as we get towards like the last 20, 25, 20, 10 games.
What is that metric coming from? Because I don't feel like a ton of stars are out.
You have some that were like lingering from previous season, obviously. If you're going with guys that haven't even played this year, I don't think that's fair. No, there was
and honestly, Bronny's been healthy all season, so I don't know what the problem is.
Bronny's been absolutely healthy. No, Giannis, he has a lower left groin strain. He's out for a couple weeks as well. Stephen Castle, along with his teammate Victor Wembanyama. Stephon Castle is
not a superstar.
1 to 2 weeks out. You have who else?
See, where are you getting these numbers? This does not add up to me. And listen, I'm not saying you didn't read it like this isn't true, but like I'm like most of the big stars are playing.
So
outside of LeBron, and like LeBron's now playing. And there's a bunch of stars that were out prior to the season, of course, like LeBron.
So a star player is
Kyrie's not going to play. Anthony Davis is hurt again, but he's always hurt. So what? Like, who cares?
So star player by this metric, by Yahoo Sports, by the way. Star player is defined by the league's official designation of having been named to the All-Star or All NBA team in any of the previous 3 seasons.
So Stephen Castle does not count.
So, but I mean, I'm just saying some of the most recent names. I'm just saying, like, there's just been a bunch of injuries. I mean, the Spurs are coming to play Denver here in a couple weeks, and guess where you're not going to see either of those two players play, which is kind of unfortunate for all the people who have tickets, which I think I might be one of those, but I can't remember. So I digress. Either way, the NBA is creating an initiative to try to send out and do some studies with NBA teams to try to figure out why these things are happening as more so, because it does hurt the product, right? You want to see the best players play, and if they're all hurt, or like some of the marquee players are hurt, it's like, people are. Steve Kerr, I think, came out in his press conference saying, this is a problem in the NBA, and things along
Steve
these
Kerr
lines.
will always find a problem.
Yeah,
good coach, but annoying in pressers. I'll tell you why it's happening. Like, listen, the transformation to the 3-point shot, and everyone can shoot the 3, and the ball movement that occurs. Like, back in the day, if you watch in the 90s, like, on defense, you could be a good defender, but you're not moving around a lot, right? Like, they set up, you throw in the paint, there are guys, like, maybe moving some. Now, you're switching, you're moving, you're running all the time on defense. You're doing it on offense, too. The injuries are occurring, and I would assume it's mostly soft tissue, like hamstring, muscle injuries, are due to the fact that you're just running way more on the court because you have to cover more of the court on defense, and on offense, movement is everything. So I think there's just a lot more running in the NBA now, and that's causing these softcore injuries. Chris, I got hurt today. I got out to go to the grocery store. Nothing happened. I was walking, and all of a sudden, my groin muscle hurt so bad. I was limping through the store for no reason at all. Injuries happen, okay? It is a thing. It feels better now. Thanks for asking.
I'm glad you're feeling, back on track.
I do think that's the biggest thing, is like the ability of the offensive players now is greater than it's ever been. And that requires defensively you to move and run and work harder. And some of these soft tissue injuries are going to happen with all the movement and running and things like that. It's not as stationary as basketball used to be back in the day.
Yeah, I think too.
So I solved it. Who's trying to investigate? Who do I have to talk to?
You talk to, Steve Kerr, obviously. He can probably get some.
No, I'm not talking to him.
By the way, Steve Kerr, a quote: "The Miami game will be our 17th game in 29 days in 13 different cities. It's been the toughest early schedule I've ever been a part of in my entire NBA career."
I hate a coach that would bitch about that. Maybe that, and all of that is true, and maybe it's unfair, but as a coach, you're giving your players here that you're giving them an out for how they're playing. Like, I hate that as a coach to point that out in the background. Like, send an email to the league, call the league, do whatever you want behind the scenes. Don't do it in a press conference. That's garbage. I hate that. That's so soft.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some just everyone's getting hurt. But I would rather, the Nuggets are dealing with their injuries. We got Christian Brown's out for 5 weeks or something.
6 weeks at minimum with a ankle sprain, which I'm like, they were like, he's out 6 weeks and then we'll reassess. I'm like, 6 weeks with an ankle feels long. But I don't know. Yeah, he's hurt. Everyone's going to have injuries. What we don't want is what's happened, frankly, in the playoffs in the NBA the last few years, where there's some substantial injuries in the postseason that affect the playoffs. Like, I don't care if people get hurt in the regular season in the NBA. Outside of people pay for tickets, they want to see the stars. I get that. But if they're hurt, they're hurt. Load management doesn't help the game. Like, that's more frustrating to me. If like I'm a 10-year-old kid that wants to go see a big superstar that's coming into town, and then he just takes a day off because load management. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's
and it doesn't seem. By the way, they do that more, and doesn't seem to be helping. Chris doesn't seem to be preventing injuries.
Soft tissue injuries. I mean, yeah, you manage them. You don't got to go crazy with it, though. Again, load management's too much, but just be smart about it. Like, whatever. We also have some Michael Porter Jr. news, which we see a lot of these comparisons, and it doesn't really. They're not really comparisons, but
I think I know what you're going to bring up. Go ahead.
But the Brooklyn Nets, Scotty, have advised Michael Porter Jr. to steer clear of certain topics while he's doing podcasts because of some of the things he's been saying in the recent week, which is kind of wild. Most recent quote by Michael Porter Jr. He wants people to stop comparing WNBA players to men and claims he would have dominated the WNBA as an 8th grader. Quote, I'm probably going with 8th grade because I have a real experience doing this. I played my sisters. They played the University of Missouri, and I was still a kid. Blah, blah, blah. WNBA players on their team, like Sophie Cunningham and a couple others. I was in 7th, 8th grade going crazy. I have real life experience. It's just a difference, and I wish this would stop being a conversation because it should be common sense. So you have Michael Porter Jr. saying he would dominate the WNBA as an 8th grader. You also have him saying that he's like the guy. The fact that he's like saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna take the most shots because that's my job," and that's he had some quotes about his point guards recently. I mean, he's just not. What? How do we keep him quiet? This is like the Pittsburgh Steelers version of Mike Tomlin. Of how did we keep this dude quiet while he was here?
This is the thing where, like, whether you believe it or not, which clearly he believes it, whether it's true or not, he believes it to be true. It doesn't need to be said. Why say it? What are you hoping to gain there? You're not gaining anything. You're losing a lot by saying something like that. I don't know what he just speaks off the cuff and he doesn't think how in Denver he made a few comments in Denver, but nothing close to that. And he was very to the vest and like very well behaved. Now, but also like he's in Brooklyn where they're not winning games and he's like their best player. He's like, what are you going to do? Bench me? Like, I'm going to say whatever. I'm assuming this is his thought process. I'm going to say whatever I want in these podcasts. Not the smartest thing to say. Not the smartest thing to say. Is Michael Porter Jr. better than anyone in the WNBA right now? Of course. But like, he was talking about 8th grade and he'd be the best player in 8th grade. And I'm like, I appreciate your confidence, kid. Like, but chill, dude. Like, why even say it is my question.
Chill.
Yeah.
Why say it?
I don't know how we kept him quiet, man. It's wild. But glad he's not here. Everyone, I love all the comparisons by Nets fans, though. Say, oh, look at how many points. We won that trade, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, keep thinking that. What's your record again? How are you guys doing?
You're not winning games, but he's scoring. And listen, Cam Johnson's not playing great yet, but he'll get there eventually.
Oh,
He'll be fine.
he hit a couple threes against Miami the other night, and he was kind of getting in
I think he had a decent night tonight.
Yeah.
And like Michael Porter Jr. was a pure shooter, but like sometimes he would take, even in Denver, he'd take awful shots. I'm like, dude, just move the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
Peyton Watson, leading scorer for the Nuggets tonight, 32.
Peyton going crazy.
We all saw that coming, but Cam, let me look. I think Cam had it. Cam was 6 of 8 from the field. Didn't do too much. Didn't try too much. 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 14 points. Nothing wrong with that. That's all we need. That's all we need from Cam Johnson. He doesn't need to be. He's way better defensively than MPJ. So be a better defender, be able to move, and 6 of 8 from the field will take all day.
Meanwhile, last thing we'll cover before we get into NFL, 2026 World Cup draw. Top seeds are set, Scotty, for the FIFA tournament
three
draw.
of them was said like 8 years ago.
3 of them
well,
were
true.
automatic.
True.
Yeah.
3 of them automatic, but we got the rest. Co-host United States, Canada, Mexico will be joined by the pot of number 1 seeds by top-ranked Spain, our defending champions Argentina, France, England, Portugal, Brazil, the Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany. So,
Wait, does Canada and Mexico not get top spots?
yeah, I said United States, Canada, Mexico will be joined
Okay.
along with. So,
That's a reference you guys won't understand. It's fine.
yeah, so there we go. So getting closer to World Cup, that's coming up next year. We're going to be covering a ton of that.
I think the full draw is early December.
Yeah.
So you will know who's in
Each group.
your pool.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a big advantage to the hosting city or countries that means none of those teams will be in the US's pool. Which is nice, but right now, I don't know if people have been paying attention, but the US is playing great soccer right now. Beat Uruguay 5-1 last night.
Did you see that
Uruguay
bicycle?
is actually a really good team. And you want to talk about the goal by the other team? Sure.
I'm just saying the bicycle kick was kind of crazy. I literally, it was crazy as I tuned in as like probably about 1 minute before that goal happened. And I was like, oh, damn. But it was already a blowout. It was 4-0 at that point.
4-0, 4-1.5. US added another in the second half to make it 5-1. And everyone's like, well, Uruguay was missing like a few of their starters. I'm like, this isn't. The US was also missing a few of their starters. The US is playing confident, great soccer right now. This is the first time I saw a stat. I know people don't like soccer. It's fine. Get on board because the World Cup's coming. That in their last 4 games, they played 4 of the top 40 ranked teams in the world in the rankings, and they've gone undefeated in that stretch.
We'll take it.
Never happened before in the history of U.S. soccer.
Domination.
They were so bad for like the 2 straight years. Now, Pochettino, head coach, figuring things out. The guys are playing. I mean, they're playing for the symbol on the jersey, not for themselves, which I think was the problem before. They were playing for themselves and not for what is more important about that in the country you're playing for and the team you're playing for and the results you're playing for. So I'm excited. I was so bummed. I'm like, we're going to be garbage. We're not even, but now we look good and we'll have more tests. They just announced today that our final test in a friendly leading up to the World Cup will be against Germany. That's not till like March, but still, I'm excited to see things like that. Like, I think this team has the potential to be the best American team we've seen ever in a World Cup if they play up to potential.
Well, they are currently 14th in odds to win the World Cup as we sit today. So I think they're way better than 14th. I think they're way better than that. So
Having it at home, I'd probably put them slightly above that, but like I wouldn't put them too high. But they got to prove it against the best in the world. Uruguay is a really good team, actually, and they beat Japan and Paraguay and some other good teams, but they haven't beat or played the elite of the elite. You know, the Spains, the Germanys, the Argentinas, the Brazils, France. You know,
yeah.
What does that look like?
So, yeah, Spain is the favorite as of right now, plus 440. England next in line, then France, Argentina, Brazil, and then Portugal. Portugal's always like, you know what Portugal is? Portugal's the Los Angeles Chargers of the World Cup. Everyone always likes to hype them and get them all. I mean, they always like to get Portugal in there. Then they always choke at some point. So, anyways.
Yeah, I don't think Portugal's going to be in there. Rec, you're supposed to be our mod. Delete whatever clip just put in there because that's absurd.
I'll let it slide.
That's absurd.
How did that make it through our moderation?
That
at
should
that
be deleted immediately by the mod.
Yeah, for
Klep knows he doesn't believe that. He's just trying to poke.
So instructions unclear. Giving him moderator title.
Yeah, Klept. I don't know what you're doing out there. Klep's smoking something out there. All right, well, let's get to the NFL. Let's get to our main event. We're done with the appetizer. Let's get to the main course here. What do you guys say? Dive into the NFL Week 12. NFL Week 12 coming at you here, and after a crazy Week 11, we're hitting it back. We're going to have a preview of all these games that we think are going to be the top games of the week. I think we have 6 tonight that we're covering. If we don't cover all of your games that you're interested in from a betting perspective, from a picks perspective, from a fantasy perspective, make sure you guys let us know in the chat that we can cover any of those games if you want. So we'll do that, but we're also going to have best bets. We went 4-0 last week in our best bets. We're going to improve on that even further. Since we've switched,
I just want to improve on that.
I had the same question. How do you get better than 4-0?
Maybe we do a bonus pick and throw it in there if we feel good about it. We'll do 5 picks this
greedy,
week.
Chris. Don't get greedy.
Now, are you going to do all bad teams again?
I don't know, Scott. I sent
the thing is everyone's bad, so yes.
I sent a couple leans towards Scotty this afternoon.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read those. Chris, you sent me 27 picks. I'm like, I'm not reading that.
There were picks / leans. I feel stronger about some more than others, but either way.
What bets do you like this week, Chris? Yes.
I like all of the bets.
You sent me so many picks. I'm like, I can't read through all those, nor will I remember them. I don't know.
But we did agree on. You sent me 4 that you liked, and there were some that were in
agreements.
There were agreements.
I did not read yours
on 3.
Well, of course, like if you said 27, of course some of Sky's 4 would be the same.
I don't think it was 27. That was aggressive, but it was probably what would you say, 12, Chris?
12 either sides or totals, and then 3 teaser candidates.
Yeah.
So we have that. We agreed on 3 of your 4 that you didn't see. If you didn't look at mine, 3 of yours matched 3 of mine. So
I think it's better if I don't look, right? So I'm not influenced.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So we'll get to those here in a little bit. But let's start with Colts and Chiefs to start this week, which seems like it is. Well, no, it's a must-win for the Chiefs. This is a must-win game. Chiefs at home, -3.5 favorites against the Indianapolis Colts coming into town. -186 on the money line for the Kansas City Chiefs, +156 for the Colts. Over/under at a decently higher end, 49.5, which the over is a little more juiced at -115 of over 49.5. But Scotty, your boys need to get a win. How are you feeling about this game? And do the Chiefs have a good shot to keep themselves alive in this playoff hunt?
I mean, it's a tough spot, obviously. Indy coming off a bye, Chiefs coming off a tough divisional loss. Chiefs play after this on Thursday on Thanksgiving at Dallas. So quick turnaround there. But they're 5-5, and you're right. It is, for all intents and purposes, a must win. Some people have said they have to win out to make the playoffs. I'm like, I don't know if they have to go 12-5 to guarantee the playoffs. I think 11-6 will get them in. But still, you don't want to have that looming where you have to literally win out. This is obviously another team in the playoffs at 8-2, playing great football, coming off a bye, rested. Chiefs by 3.5. I think I'd be curious, Chris. I would almost imagine more of the bets are coming in on Indy. Is that
correct?
Or it is
60% of the public, 76% of the money on Indianapolis Colts on the spread.
Well, that makes me feel better. 3.5. Like, I'm not touching this game. I don't know. Part of me is like, this is. And even Kelsey said it in his his podcast that aired today or whenever it aired. I think this Chiefs team is actually better than the Chiefs team that made the Super Bowl last year. But they've been awful in close game situations. So if this gets close, like, they need to wreck shop on the Colts. They need to dominate. They need to take away Jonathan Taylor, however you can, and force Daniel Jones to beat you. Easier said than done. I don't know if they can do that. I don't have high hopes on this defense right now. I think the defense is a big problem. I think defense and offensive play calling are the two biggest issues with Kansas City right now. I think the offensive talent is there outside of running back, which they don't have talent at running back. But outside of that, I think the offense could be fine and will miss down throws. Like, Mahomes needs to be better at hitting guys downfield, or if he's not hitting them, giving him a chance at least. Like, I don't know if you remember. I don't know if it was the first or second offensive play of the game. Chiefs should have scored a touchdown. Xavier Worthy, deep, wide open, beat his man, and Mahomes just overthrew him by like 3 yards. It was a terrible throw. He's got to be better on that. I don't know, Chris. I'm not going to bet this game. I don't want to touch this game. I'm going to be nervous for this game because the Chiefs need it, and then they need to beat Dallas on Thursday on a quick turnaround. So, listen, this team, when everything matters the most, seems to show up, but every year is different. So, regardless, I'm going to be, listen, if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs, I'm going to obviously be bummed, but I'm like, I don't think that means it's going to be for forever. I think next year they'll probably make it if they don't this year. And they won the division 9 straight years. Like, I can't be too greedy with it. So,
yeah.
Pretty good run.
Crazy run. And so for me, I go back and forth because I think there's still this. We're in this like weird in between with the Chiefs, right? Because they've been good for so long that you're just like, don't worry, they're still good and they're still going to be good. And you're still kind of like telling yourself they're still in that class. And even though they do have
Vegas believes they're still in that
class.
class.
And I mean, I think a lot of people are, you still have people out in their media saying like this will be the most dangerous team in the playoffs. If they make it into the playoffs, they have to get there though first. And so it's like, people are still kind of holding your breath, like Chiefs are still good, and then they lose another game. And then they're like, nope, but the Chiefs are still good, and then they lose another close game. And it's like, but the Chiefs they still have Mahomes. They still have Randy Reed. Like, so there's still this in-between phase. Huh?
Did he say Randy?
He said Randy. Crispin full Scooby-Doo there.
Andy Reid. Which just
Randy Reed.
It's just the word
the
before
guy,
that.
The guy playing, like, making the calls right now might be Randy Reed.
Randy Reed. Maybe
is that a new one?
That's like a new one. Randy Reed. Randy Reed.
I saw on clips this week. There was in the fourth quarter a huge 3rd and short for the Chiefs, or maybe it was a second. It was a second down, but it was in the fourth quarter, less than 6 minutes ago, where they had Kareem Hunt split out wide, Rashee Rice in the backfield, and 3 tight ends on the line, and threw a pass play. They literally had Kareem Hunt run a like slant post route.
Who do they think they are? The Steelers?
Shockingly, didn't get any yards on that play. I don't know what happened. But I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
You're not outsmarting anybody. Like, why would you put Kareem Hunt out wide and Rashee Rice in the backfield and then try and throw the ball with no other wide receiver there's literally no wide receiver on the line of scrimmage. It's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
I just think like everything screams you should probably take the Colts plus 3.5, right? I mean, the Chiefs have recently struggled against the Colts. I mean, they've lost to Matt Ryan, Jacoby Brissett, as when they played the Colts previously. Colts are coming off a bye. Chiefs are 0-5 in close games. This could be a pretty close game. I think, when it comes down to it, that's not been a great thing for the Chiefs this year. And then, I mean, the Colts controlling the ball, running the ball. They have the best running attack with the best running back in the NFL. And so with that, I just think that like they'll be able to control a lot of the time of possession in that aspect. Turnovers have been the only thing to trip up the Indy offense, and the Chiefs defense hasn't really managed to turn over a lot of the top teams that they've faced this season. So turnovers is going to be a key if the Chiefs want to win this game, finding a way to get that. And I just think there's a lot of things going against them. Plus, everyone's betting against the Chiefs, which makes me think the Chiefs should cover this. Which everything's going, all the trends are going against the Chiefs, which makes me think this is the one week that the Chiefs are going to be just fine and they'll be bouncing back because it's a must win.
The whole narrative is the Chiefs are dead. Finally, they're finally ding dong. The witch is dead, right? Like, and now you face Indy off a bye. They're 8-2. They're a great team. I think the Chiefs win this game, but I don't know why I think that. I just do. But could they lose? Of course they could.
Yeah. So, I mean, in this game, I would just say that would be kind of the lean as far as like if you have a lean, taking the points here is probably like the right move, but I don't trust it at all. I don't trust it.
The Steelers beat the Colts. How good can they be?
That's true.
KC way better at home this year. Yeah, they only have one loss at home of their 5. They're 4-1 at home with a close loss to Philly. So they are much better at home. They're 1-4 on the road or whatever it is. So they are much better at home, including a lot of blowout wins. So that's something. We'll see. We'll see what happens on Sunday.
Yeah.
Big game for the Chiefs. Less big for the Colts. Feels like the Colts are going to win that division. I mean, the Jaguars are hanging around, I guess, but
Texans are attempting a comeback.
yeah, but the Texans are probably going to eliminate themselves tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean,
against Buffalo.
Weirdly enough, as a Broncos fan, I don't hate the Chiefs winning this game for seeding purposes, as long as, if the Broncos can come out of this division, the Chiefs can help them by beating the Colts.
I think that's idiotic, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think
the
Broncos or any team literally in the AFC should want, regardless of their seed, for the Chiefs not to be in the playoffs.
True.
The Chiefs have proven some things in the playoffs, Chris. They won a Super Bowl going 11-6 in the last few years.
Either way, I think there's some positives to take away. Whatever happens in this game,
I think you should root for the Colts.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Just kill us. Just bury us. Bury us.
Step on the neck while you're drowning. Let's just put him to death. Put him away.
Go for the head.
Yeah.
I said the witch. WWD.
Ding dong.
I said the
What?
witch.
Let's get to the next game here. We got the Cowboys and the Eagles. Divisional matchup here for these two teams. And Cowboys hosting the Eagles as 3.5-point underdogs at home. The Cowboys plus 144 on the money line, minus 174 for the Eagles. Over under set at 47.5. Eagles bringing in their offense that's dysfunctional, but also Dallas is getting a little bit better and healthier on the defensive side of the football after some, different acquisitions and different trades and different things. Cowboys 3.5-point dogs at home, Scotty.
Yeah, this is one of my best bets of the week. I like the Cowboys plus 3.5.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure about that.
Because I do too.
Well, son of a bitch.
Well, second guess that. Let's pump the brakes.
Rex been right once or twice in his life. You never know. I think the Cowboys. Listen, the Eagles, a division matchup on the road against. Keep in mind these guys played week 1, and the Cowboys had every opportunity to win that game, and they did cover. Honestly, it was some drop balls from CeeDee Lamb that was uncharacteristic that maybe cost them a win in that game. You have an offense in Dallas that's better than the Philly offense. Now Philly has a much, much better defense. You talked about the acquisitions, and we saw Quinnen Williams and other acquisitions and healthy guys coming back for Dallas for the first time all season and playing, but that was against the Raiders. So we got to, take a caveat to that. But I think this is going to be a close game. I think this is like a coin toss game. I think Dallas could easily win this game. So you give me the home team plus 3.5 in a division rivalry in a game that I think is going to be a coin toss. I'll take that all day. I think Dallas obviously looked really good on Sunday. They won me a lot of money, by the way, on Sunday. They're my 33-point pool team, Chris.
They
scored 33, made me about $700 on Monday night. Thank you, Cowboys. Salute. So I'll ride with you this week, Cowboys.
We both hit on Monday night because I hit my pick 6 week winner because I correctly predicted the exact score and was the top point getter.
You predicted the Cowboys to score 33?
I predicted the overall total between both teams at 49.
Total score. Okay.
Yeah, total score 49. So ended up winning that. So we both cashed in on Monday Night Football, Scotty. Let's go.
Let's go.
If I had a side, it would be Dallas plus 3.5. This might be one of our best bets. Eagles offense also struggled all year, 24th in yards per play, and they will be without Lane Johnson, I believe, right? I don't think Lane Johnson's playing in this game.
I would be surprised.
He's out from all reports that I've read. So
I don't know if Dallas can take full advantage of that, but
yeah.
But
he's out.
Yeah. Also, too, average only 5.1 yards per play offensively from Philly's standpoint. So even though Philly's defense is good, I just don't think that they're going to be able to just slow down a fully healthy Dallas offense with, especially they've gotten better on defense. So if I had a bet in this game, it would be Dallas plus 3.5. I also kind of lean towards the under. I do think the defenses will be better for both sides in this one. I think 49.5 seems like a little bit of a higher number. Is this?
You have it 49. I put 47.
Oh, actually, that was earlier in the week. So 47 I wouldn't touch. I got it earlier in the week at a better number. So maybe that was, so disregard that. I got it under 49.5. Already placed that bet. So, yeah. All right. Cowboys might be our pick of the week.
I like the Cowboys. And again, they do have a short week, and then they have the Chiefs on Thursday, but they get to stay at home through all of it. So, and I mean, you got to think they almost want to beat the Eagles more than they want to beat the Chiefs, right? Division opponent. They hate the Eagles beyond belief. They're going to throw everything at this game. And I think the Cowboys will make it difficult. Do I think the Eagles are a better team than the Cowboys? Yes. But this week, I think the Cowboys might come out with a win.
Agreed.
Money line. Make a money line bet.
Money line, what is it? What did I say? It was plus 144 on the money line for Dallas.
I have 150 on this, but yeah, same thing.
Yeah, same thing. So kind of crazy. This might be a better matchup than I think people might think. So love.
And way more important game for Dallas. If they lose this game, they're done.
Yep.
They're 4-5-1. They got to win this one.
Yep.
Especially with KC coming to town and all the things, like they got to win this one.
All right. So Cowboys I think is going to be one of our best bets of the week. Let's move on. Steelers and Bears. Steelers on the road against the Chicago Bears. The spread on this one is 2.5 in favor of the Chicago Bears at home. Minus 144 for the Bears, plus 122 for the Steelers. Over under set at 44 now, 44.5. So it's ticked down a little bit. Rec, I'll let you start out on your boys on what you expect from the Chicago Bears, Pittsburgh Steelers.
For one, like, there's no certainty that if Rodgers plays this game. He's got a broken hand. He's trying to play, hasn't practiced yet, so we'll see.
Does it matter?
If I don't want Rodgers to play injured. Like, I don't want Rodgers to play if he's 100%.
I mean, they got better last week when Rodgers went out on offense.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't know if Rodgers was hurting for weeks before, if it was that one play that he did get hurt on. Like, if it's the latter, then yeah, once Rodgers gets healthy, he gets back in. If it's the former, then yeah. If he got hurt, now he's been hurt for a while, then put Mason in. Yeah, overall, Jalen Warren sounds like he might be out. Gainwell had a great game last week. Also, one other funny thing to note here: you have Arthur Smith versus Dennis Allen. I don't know if you recall at the end of the 2023 season, they were the head coaches when the Saints ran that fake kneel for a touchdown at the end of the game to win 48-17, which pissed off Arthur Smith. So I don't know if there's going to be any grudges held there.
So you're trying to find motivation through that for your team, or maybe your team's trying to do it.
If I'm a coach, look, sometimes you got to find motivation in weird places. Like, if you're Arthur Smith, you're like, yeah, we want to put 50 on these assholes. Look at what they did to me. Look at how they embarrassed me. Let's get him back. But your overall Bears, they're getting healthier. Like, Dennis Allen, great defensive mind. Not so good of a head coach, but great defensive coach. And Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, like, when they're on the same page, they're great. When they're not on the same page, it gets rough. But on the same page a whole lot more than they haven't been, so that's going to be troubling. I don't have any bets or lanes or whatever in this game. Like, this low-key could be game of the week material. It'll be interesting to see what version of the Steelers and what version of the Bears we get.
It might be close, but I wouldn't call it the game of the week in the sense of like the talent on the field.
Yeah, the same the actual game itself could be that great.
Is this an early game?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's early slate. 68% of the public, 58% of the money on Pittsburgh at 2.5. Also, if Mason Rudolph plays, I feel like there should be an uptick in scoring, right? I mean, you would think that maybe he can perform a little bit. Rick, if Rudolph plays, correct me if I'm wrong, but over 44.5 or 45.5 feels like it would be a decent lean.
Yeah, it'd be a decent lean. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't go that way. Like, I wouldn't make any. I wouldn't make any bet, but over is a pretty good lean.
I would go over if I had a thought in this game.
Yeah,
I would go over.
If you had a thought.
Even if it's, I'm not very good at over-unders historically, but so I don't bet those a lot, but in this game, I would lean over, regardless of who the quarterback is for Pittsburgh. I don't think either. I know Pittsburgh played pretty well last week defensively against the Bengals, but like before that, they were bad.
They've been good on defense the last 3 weeks. Before that, yeah, it was one of the worst defenses in the league, on par with the freaking Bengals.
I don't think the Bears defense is all that good. I think this game clears 45.5, but I don't know who wins. It's going to be a close game. Both teams are kind of, I don't know. They're ugly in a sense. They're 7-3 and 6-4, but I don't think anybody believes these teams are like a threat to make a big run in the playoffs by any stretch. So it'll be an interesting game. I don't know. I don't have a bet on this game. outside of maybe a lean on the over, actually.
I mean, and even FanDuel, I'm shopping here and it's got a 44.5, over 44.5. So it's a full point lower here, which I'm sure you could probably find it in other outlets too. But 44.5, I think I might jump in on that one. All right, let's go to the next one. Bucks and Rams coming in as the next game here. You got Baker going into LA as a 6.5 point underdog against the Rams. Rams minus 330, Bucks plus 265, and over under at 49.5. Rams look to continue their dominating run here. Scotty, do you like the Rams in this one?
I mean, the Rams are playing really good, but they also are relying a lot on turnovers right now for some of their success. Like last week against Seattle, they I think it was like 4-1 in the turnover battle, and they won by 3 at home against Seattle. I think the Bucks are a little fraudulent. I don't think the Bucks are a great team. I think they're a average team. I think their defense is terrible. I think their offense is a little hit and miss. And I don't think they've been playing as well offensively, even with all the points they put up last week. Some of those were on short fields and things like that against Buffalo. I don't have a lean in this one because I want to bet sort of against both teams. But if I had to lean at 6.5, I'd probably take Tampa at 6.5.
I was listening to a podcast earlier on this afternoon. I didn't write down what they said word for word, so don't quote me on some of the stats here. But they mentioned on this where over the last it gave me Kirk Cousins vibes. Kurt Cousins vibes.
Kirk Cousins.
Where Baker Mayfield in night games hasn't been very good. I think he's like 0 for 5 or 0 for 6 in his last few night games that he's done when it's like the prime time night evening games.
Is that win-loss or against the spread?
I think that's win-loss. And I think even against the spread, there were some stats thrown in there where he's not very good in some of these games as well. And I don't know. I need to go back and listen to it again because I can't remember exactly what they said, but they were like, this is not a great spot for Tampa Bay, not a great spot for Baker going up against the Rams team that can put up some points, and they got to keep up, and night games aren't very high up on Baker's repertoire of being really, really good in. So I will say that if I don't have a bet in this game, but just an interesting thing to consider in that. We might have to look that up and research it a little bit more. But
I'd be curious to see what he did in those games because I don't think Baker's the type of personality that would get flustered in a night game. When he makes the playoffs, he generally plays really well, and those are bigger games than night games. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what those games were and how he played in those games and who they were playing against. But
so how are the Bucks against the spread this year? Because I feel like they're a whole lot worse against the spread than their record indicates.
Recently, they've been bad against the spread. I know that, but I don't know early on.
Early on, I feel like they were pretty bad as well.
But they
what are they 7-3, 6-4?
I don't know. I think the Bucks are closer to, like I said, an average, maybe slightly above average football team. The Rams are clearly a better football team. But again, the Rams don't have a lot of pressure on them, do they? And I mean, who's chasing them down? The Panthers in the NFC South? Nobody believes in the Panthers. I know they're 6-5, but they're big underdogs this week as well. So they might get to 6.
They just beat their only competition.
Yeah.
Overall in his career night games, he's 8-9. From what I can see, Monday Night Football, he's 1-5. In Monday Night Football games.
This is Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Sunday night, but yeah.
8-9. You can't take anything from 8-9 record in night games.
He's better on Thursday Night Football, but yeah,
I wouldn't. I still don't think I wouldn't take anything from that.
I mean, they beat
I
the
would
Texans.
look.
They beat the Texans on Monday Night Football this year.
Yeah.
So your stat is definitely wrong. Maybe it's against the spread, but
Maybe it might be.
definitely not
It
win-loss.
might be against the spread. It might be against the spread. Maybe. Like I said, don't quote me on it. It was something like that.
We're already quoting you on it, and you're wrong.
Well, either way, I'll throw it in the Discord when I hear it again. I'll listen to it. I'll throw it back in there. Otherwise, this game, yeah, I don't really have much of a lean in one way or another. But the Rams seem like they're in a good spot. They should win this game. I don't really. I mean, the Bucks traveling to the West Coast. I mean, I don't know.
I think people don't talk enough about how bad the Bucks defense is. I think it's really bad. I think it's one of the worst 6, 7, 8 defenses in the league. It's not good.
Worst 8.
Yeah.
And the Rams have a much better defense. So
Rams have.
And I think the Rams have a better offense. But again, somehow I lean 6.5. Or actually, I had 7. I like more.
Yeah,
here it's 7.
Yeah, if you can get a touchdown in a game like this, it's hard to not take it.
64% of the public, 65% of the money on Tampa Bay plus 6.5 on the road. So, just something.
Actually, I don't like Tampa at 6.5, but I like Tampa at 7. I like Tampa at 7.
Yeah,
if you can find it. Which I made these graphics earlier this afternoon, so I bet it's out there. Find it.
Find it.
Find it.
It'd still be on DraftKings because you look at FanDuel, right, Chris?
Yes, and the juice is trending towards getting to 7. It's at least on FanDuel. So
let me look. I'm gonna look at DraftKings. It has it at 6.5, and it's trending the opposite way. It's got LA minus 115 at 6.5.
Interesting.
Or no, that's trending towards 7. What am I talking about?
Yeah. I have it minus 120. The juice at minus 120 going towards LA. So trending that way. It might get to 7. If it gets to 7, Tampa Bay gets a little juicier on that one. So keep an eye on it. It could change before kickoff. Next, let's get to the Panthers and 49ers in this next one. This one, updated line is about the same from when we created this graphic. So we got San Francisco 49ers, 7-point favorites at home against the Panthers, minus 350 for the Niners, plus 280 for the Panthers. Over under at now it's the same at 48.5. Scotty, what do you like?
At 7, my lean would be Carolina. I don't know. I still can't believe in San Fran. And they've had even more injuries come up. Like every week there's a new injury for San Fran. Like you can't keep doing this. Am I a big believer in Carolina? No. Nice come from behind win and then getting it done in overtime against Atlanta last week. But like it's hard to bet on Carolina because one week you're like, oh, they look like they figured it out, and then the next week they look like absolute garbage. The week before they lost to the Saints by like double digits. So what are you getting? And the week before they beat the Packers. It's like, how do you figure out who this team is? San Fran's more consistent. Despite all their injuries, they did get Brock Purdy back. I don't know how big of an upgrade that is, but they got him back. And they looked good in a win last week. So my lean if it stays at 7, I'd take Carolina plus 7. But I don't have a huge opinion on this game.
My side would be Carolina as well. For a lot of the reasons you said. Obviously, Brock Purdy's back, but again, Bryce Young had one of the best games of his career, one of his career best performances. So I feel like there's some momentum to come out of that. Panthers, by the way, are still in the playoff hunt. So they have motivation to win this game as well. 49ers trying to stay in the playoff mix. 7-4. They're kind of in a rough spot right now, but they still have a shot.
Well, They have a better record than the Panthers, but yeah.
But the Panthers, yeah, I think still in their division have a really
Division.
yeah,
Sure.
within their division. So Panthers still have a chance to. I mean, they're towards the top, which is they're sniffing at that division title. That again, if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose, things could look a lot different in that division real soon if Bryce Young keeps playing the way he's playing. Panthers won
Is this Monday night?
Yes.
yeah.
They put
Panthers.
the Panthers on Monday Night Football.
Panthers have won their last 3 road games, which includes a 16-13 win at Green Bay as well. So they've been winning some close, tough, like kind of rock fight style games. So, I mean, I think that they're playing some good football right now. I would take Carolina +7 if I had a side in it. Not official bet for me. At least I would probably. I mean, we could consider it since we're both on that same side, but I think there's some other games we like a little bit more. Rec, anything else you want to add in on this one?
You see, we're talking about like bad teams in prime time. You should see not this week's, but next week's Sunday Night Football game that somehow did not get flexed.
I know what it is. Washington's winning that game, by the way.
I mean, what is the next league's look ahead out? By the way,
I don't think so.
oh, it is out. It is out.
Yeah, you got freaking Broncos and Commanders for some ungodly reason.
Someone said that the Commanders was it Chairman that was like Commanders on the look ahead was plus, or the Broncos were -2.5.
Yeah, something like that.
He said that at least on Sunday. That's what he said. I don't know what it is now.
It's -6.5 for Denver now. So
I don't think it ever went to 2.5, but 6.5 seems.
that's.
I mean, the Commanders were very bad. They're very bad.
I actually really like the Commanders at 6.5.
I still don't like
next week.
them.
I like it a lot.
I mean, Marcus Mariota.
Look at how Denver's played against bad teams.
True. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, they've played down to their competition. Like, I mean, look at the Raiders, look at some Jets. That was in England, but whatever. Like, still, they played down to their competition.
All the games. They beat the Titans by like 7.
Like 8, yeah. They did beat the Cowboys by a lot.
Hauser, I wouldn't put much weight on how Bryce Young played last week. Falcons defense played like garbage. Okay.
I mean, it's easy to say when he puts up those numbers, but I don't know if Falcons defense has always played like garbage. So maybe it was scheming, maybe it was the quarterback, maybe it was a combination, but we can't ignore it fully. But yeah, maybe they were bad last week.
Yeah.
And also, with the Falcons, they are beyond screwed. They slammed the Penix in the car door, and now he's out for the year. But I mean, at least they can get some good pieces for next year with their top. Oh wait, it's Rams property now.
Yeah.
Wow, and Drake London's now out for probably several weeks at least, which is not good for my son's fantasy team. Don't love that, but
yeah,
so many injuries. We should talk about injuries in the NFL more than the NBA.
I mean, maybe we should do some studies, send some official personnel to do what the NBA is doing in the NFL. Mix it up.
The amount of wide receiver injuries my son's team has faced this year is incredible.
You're finding the deep dives in your fantasy league, your waiver list, aren't you?
Yeah, Malik Neighbors. No, I mean, he's had a bunch of guys that have been out a lot, so we're gonna have to piece it together. We'll be fine.
Let's get to the next one. I think this is the last one of the night. Bills and Texans. So the Buffalo Bills. This is Thursday night football on the road in Houston, playing that Houston defense. +5.5 underdogs for the Houston Texans at home. +235 for the Texans, -290 for the Bills. Over under 43.5.
We're still going to see Brontosaurus in this game. CJ Stroud sounds like, he's going to be out this week and then probably be back. They basically said he's going to be back the following week, but still out for this game. So by Brontosaurus, I mean Daddy Long Neck.
Daddy.
I mean, Buffalo should take care of business here.
They should.
Bury the Texans. Texans at 5-5, almost miraculously. They've won some games that I'm like, I'm not sure how you've won. But this should be a moment where Buffalo buries the Texans. But week to week, even with Buffalo, you don't know what you're getting, obviously. Losing to Miami a couple weeks back, they get a big win. I mean, somewhat a big win, but they didn't. I don't even think they played that great. They played great offensively, but not good defensively against Tampa last week. But Buffalo should win this game. I don't care that it's in a short week. I don't care that it's in Houston. Buffalo should win this game.
Buffalo will win by 6, though.
I don't know.
I mean, Davis.
I can't bet on Davis Mills.
No, I don't want to, and I don't like betting on Thursday Night Football either. Davis Mills 2-0 straight up as a fill-in for Stroud. Playing well. He's not playing bad, but he's not playing good either. He's just playing meh. Like he has his peaks and valleys.
Who have they played?
The Titans and
So that game doesn't count.
No.
yeah.
Who did they play before that? It was I can't
They
remember.
won against the Titans last week 16-13, and you're trying to tell me that Davis Mills is playing well? Fuck that.
He's please
Not
you know, he's
No.
a pulse.
No.
He's a pulse back there. Bills, by the way.
That would literally I could be a pulse back there, Chris.
The Bills.
We're all breathing. Even though I'm 40, I'm alive.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, barely.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Bills dropped 2 of the last 3 away games outright, each double digits. They also have some injuries going on both units, pass catchers as well. James Cook might be a heavy lean in this one. But you still have a good defense in Houston. I think Bills win this game. Do I think it's a blowout? I don't. 6 seems a little bit high for a Bills team on the road against a good defense in Houston with all the injuries and all the kind of struggles they've kind of had. So a lean towards the 6, but not one of my bets that I would recommend. At least in this one. By the way, 79% of the public, 86% of the money on Bills -6. So pretty much a landslide towards the Buffalo Bills with where things are at from a betting perspective.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time with Davis Mills. And they won last week 16-13 against the Titans, but I'm like, that's
No Keon Coleman this week.
that's not well, that's by choice.
By choice. Yeah.
He's not injured.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, two straight weeks where he's a healthy scratch. God, wonder if he said something to piss off McDermott.
He showed up late to practice one day, I think, is one of the reasons. He showed up late to practice, and then I saw a clip. I don't know if it was a clip of this week. He was dancing on the sideline as a healthy scratch, having a great time. And, it wasn't a good look for him. So I don't know.
I know one of the offensive linemen said something like he's got to grow up a little bit or along those lines, something like that. After he didn't play this past week, and they didn't miss a beat without him. So Keon Coleman, it's already a miss. They already missed on that first round pick.
Yeah.
Well, technically second.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, because they traded out of the first.
No, they didn't.
They traded to pick 32, and then they traded back one spot with the Panthers. He was the first pick of the second round.
It could have been the first pick of the second round. Oh, that's possible because they traded with the Chiefs.
Yeah, they traded with the Chiefs, and then with that pick, they traded with the Panthers.
Okay, so it was the first pick of the second round instead of the last pick of the first round. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cook's better ball out. He signed on my fantasy team with big incentives. Hey, black market. I think maybe you need to work on those incentives a little bit. Maybe restructure some things.
He was garbage, and then he blew up in the second half. Last week. So maybe he will.
All right.
They don't play Cook a lot. I don't know if they're just saving him, but like they have Buffalo plays their backup running back so much. And I'm like, why?
It's
Why?
almost like with the Patriots, like ignoring the fact that Trayvon exists, except for this.
Well,
past
I
week.
think they're just assuming they're going to make the playoffs and they want James Cook fresh and then he'll play all the time. But I'm like, also, maybe just play your best player. Like, why are you so worried about an injury? He's not getting that many touches.
Let's go ahead and get to our best bets of the week. We went 4-0 last week. So we are going to try to do the same thing again this week. Now, there's a lot of games that I believe we did not talk about that, Scotty, we kind of like. We're both on the same page with. Now, you mentioned...
You tell me, because I didn't read yours.
Okay.
I know what my picks are, but...
So, Detroit minus 10.5. Is that one of yours?
Nope.
Okay.
But it was also at 10, but not 10.5, but sure.
10. Well, wherever we get it. Either way, 10, 10.5.
Who do you like? Detroit?
I like Detroit minus 10 or 10.5. You name it. I got it. There's too much going towards Detroit in this game that they should be in a great spot. I could just rattle it off. I mean, they're back home inside after a bad loss. So off a loss, they're 22-8 against the spread, 8-0 against the spread when the spread is more than 4 after a straight up loss. Goff indoors after a loss, 24-7 against the spread. This is a bounce back game for the Lions. They need to get this game back on track. And I just think that in the grand scheme of things, this is the spot for Detroit. I would probably take them upwards of even another point, 11.5 over the Giants. Giants, I just think that they're going to be struggling here in this one. Detroit's firepower coming into this game, I think they're going to be a great. They're just going to put up points like crazy. Over under is 49.5. I can't imagine the Giants with Jameis Winston contributing to that 49.5 too much, unless it's pick six or something crazy. So that being said, like the Lions, Seattle minus 13.5 is another one of my picks that I really like against Tennessee. How does Tennessee score against the Seattle defense, who's been very, like, no one really talks about Seattle's defense, but Seattle's defense is really good. And then again, you want to get a bounce back against a bad team. This is a bad spot. I think this could be an absolute blowout. Seattle minus 13.5 is another one I like. Arizona plus 2.5. I think you got it at 3. Maybe if it's 3, I'll take the 3 against Jacksonville. I don't know what I'm getting with Jacksonville, and I just think that this is a bad spot for them. I like Arizona here at plus 3. And then what was
It's hard to bet on Arizona.
It's hard to bet on Jacksonville.
It's hard to bet on. Yeah, true.
Yeah. It's hard to bet on either of those teams.
I have Seattle and Arizona as two of my best bets.
And then I also sent over Las Vegas minus 3.5
against Shador.
Against Shador. Las Vegas was
I think
another
people
one.
bet Shador for no reason, and I think it'll be a disaster. Vegas. That's my other bet of the week.
Yeah.
Were you just listing my games, Chris?
No, because I put what I messaged you. I actually have different line. I had Las Vegas minus 3.5.
Well, let's take that. Because I had it before.
I got it at 3.5. You had Arizona at 3. I had it at 2.5.
Yep. Arizona plus 3. Seattle, we both had it 13.5, but I think Seattle wins by at least 2 touchdowns for sure in that game.
Yeah. So let's start putting these on. Which ones do we feel the most strong about? I think.
We talked about Dallas.
Yep.
Plus 3.5.
So
we talked. We both like Seattle. I don't know. I'm a little more nervous on what was the game we were just talking about that you're sure they're gonna. Oh, the Lions. No, the Lions. I'm a little less sure on that.
That's fine. We could leave that one off. I feel pretty good about it, but
I think Jameis every week can put on a show. He can be a disaster or he can put on a show.
And usually it's both.
I think it's more of just the spot for Detroit at home. I think it's more a side of picking Detroit than it is necessarily leaning on anything from New York. I think that's where I would be at, but I understand. I mean, Jameis could go crazy for like
Lions are 0-6 on the road.
Lions are home.
Sorry. Giants are 0-6 on the road. Sorry.
You do have Jared Goff in his element, especially after a horrible loss against the Eagles.
Let's just leave it off. That's fine. I will probably have it in my pick 6 competition. That will be one of my picks. But
how about the Patriots -7 against a team with no Trey Hendrickson or Jamar Chase?
Patriot. Honestly, weirdly enough, I feel like I would maybe.
I don't believe in the Patriots.
I feel like I would be on. I had Cincinnati at 7.5 as a lean in mine. I mean, the world is on New England. Everyone's on New England. 75% of the public and the money are on New England in this game against the spread. And
everyone thinks New England's like a top 3 team in the NFL. To me, they're closer to 8.
I mean, I would see them in the top 3, like Rams, Patriots, and Seahawks.
There's a lot of teams they beat underdogs against beyond those 3.
All right.
On a neutral.
So I think, I mean, we felt good. I mean, Shedeur on the road in Las. I think that seems safe.
In Vegas, he's probably going to hit
Las Vegas.
Hit the casinos.
He's going to hit the clubs, the casinos. So maybe we go Las Vegas. You got it at 4.
You get it at 3.5. Let's do that.
Or no, 3.5. Yeah, -3.5. Sorry.
Yeah. In Seattle, -13 in Nashville.
Seattle. We both like Seattle. So let's do Seattle -13.5. I know it's a big favorite, but like
they're gonna roll that game.
I think they're gonna roll too. I think they're gonna roll. What was the other one that we both agreed on? You had Arizona +3, and
we also agreed on Dallas, but that's
in Dallas.
Those would also be my 4 picks of the week, so we don't have to follow all of mine.
I mean, considering we picked 3 out of our same 4, I mean, I think that's pretty safe. Arizona, let's just do Arizona +3 because that's what you got it at. So let's go Arizona +3. And yeah, I'm okay with Dallas. I would be comfortable with Dallas. Obviously, you know how I feel about Detroit. There's some over unders that I had leans on. Baltimore Jets under 44.5. Detroit New York Giants over. Minnesota Green Bay under 41.5. I don't think there's going to be any scoring in that game. Arizona Jacksonville over 47.5. Dallas, Philly, under 49.5. Those are some of my other like over under total leans. Don't feel I think Dallas seems like the play
Dallas
though.
3.5 and let's roll.
Let's do it. Dallas +3.5.
No love for the Jets +13 against Baltimore.
I didn't look at that one a lot. It's now 13.5 from what I see. I think Baltimore's overrated right now, but man, the Jets are bad. I would lean Jets on that one though. I don't think Baltimore. I know they've won a lot of consecutive games, but like, have they looked that good doing it? In my opinion, no.
I feel good about these. Arizona +3, Dallas +3.5, Seattle -13.5, Las Vegas -3.5. I think we lock them in. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's
Another
go.
4-0 week.
4-0 week, baby. Let's keep. We're gonna be 10-2 by the end of the week. Don't threaten me for a good time. We're saving you. We're getting you guys some cash in your pockets out there, ladies and gentlemen. But that being said, any other games, chat, that you guys want to talk about that we didn't, or any kind of players, any kind of fantasy questions that you guys have, throw them in the chat. We're here for another couple minutes here.
I know Scott got eliminated in fantasy, and I think Chris is going to get eliminated this week.
I mean,
I don't think I've been looking in the last few weeks, so yeah, that checks out.
Also,
This might be my last year of fantasy. I care more only for my son's team. I don't care about my teams
yeah.
at all.
Well, I think it also is like you need some skin in the game too. Like if you had some more money in it, maybe we do something interesting next year to like, you know, we mix up the league a little bit, maybe do a little bit something different with how there are some things where you can have like budgets on how you spend money on, like you have a $100 budget on acquiring off of waivers or whatever. So you could make a bid towards players.
But that still doesn't involve real money, Chris. I need
Well,
real
no.
money.
True.
I need to take all your guys' money, and then I'll be involved.
Maybe we can set that up. Maybe we make it a money league next year. Maybe we do a free league and a money league next year.
Also, fun fact: in the fantasy league, half of the league is either 6-5 or 5-6.
So you're
Be a
saying,
battle.
telling me there's a
So you're telling me there's a
Battle.
chance?
yeah.
And you are one of those 5-6 teams.
Yes,
Me?
sir.
No, not
Chris.
you, Chris.
Yeah, I assumed it wasn't me. I
Yes,
literally
guy.
haven't. I haven't
Yeah,
been
you-
changing my lineup. I think I'm playing guys that aren't playing.
Yeah. I remember you played
for
Lamar
sure.
Jackson against me when he was hurt, so I was happy about that.
Yeah, but I think I must be still doing decent in the pigskin pick'em, but I didn't really look this past week.
I'm third in Pigskin Pick'em as of right now.
Well,
I only
I'm
missed
fifth.
2 last week. I only missed 2
So
games.
did I. I only missed you as well.
I'm convinced the Falcons are cursed, and I'm wondering if there was some kind of ritual so that the Hawks could be good again in the NBA.
Yeah. Thank you for the bits, Hauser. Yeah, curses are going around, I think. You know, I think there's
I don't know if the Falcons curse will lead to the Hawks being good, but that would take a lot. That would be a mega curse for the Hawks to be good enough. No offense.
maybe a mega curse. Look what
they got work to do.
I mean, look what Detroit had to do to make the Pistons better. They had to sacrifice the Lions every single season. And now look. Now the Pistons are playing good basketball. So you have to have some sacrifices there, Hauser.
I still have the top win percentage in our pick'em. That 1 week I missed, you know? It's gonna haunt me. It's gonna haunt
It's the
me.
percentage as far as the points.
you've
No,
got-
percentage. Yes.
You got 3 more wins and 9 more losses than me. So I feel like I could have gone 3-9 that week, you know? But it's fine. It's my fault. No one to blame but me. That's on me.
You always miss 1 week.
I was on
You're
a
good.
golf trip. And the rules are dumb. You can't even do the afternoon games once the morning games start. So maybe someone should fix that. Or maybe that was the spread game thing. I don't remember. One of them. That was probably the spread one, actually.
Yeah, the super contest.
Yeah, super contest still rolling. I still got to get Hauser your prize for winning the Survivor.
Also, y'all still haven't gotten Joe Quill's his stuff, have you?
Oh,
Still a
his
Joe Quill
jersey.
jersey.
Of course we have. Who the fuck is this? Sorry. Got an email to a birthday party that I don't know who it is. All right.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us for our Week 12 preview. We're going to send you over to a new streamer tonight. Someone who, he's doing the New York Knicks Dallas Mavericks live play-by-play watch along. So he's watching some NBA, doing some NBA chatter here. So go give him some love. This is IMCK. IMCK _ So go give him some love and tell him the boys from Action Lab sent you. We never really send you to sports streamers, so we want to hook them up a little bit. He's got like 7 folks in there watching him, and he's trying to grow his stream, it looks like. So, well, let's give him some love. Why not? So, that being said,
Joe Quills did say, who's leading the super contest? So I'm just looking it up. I actually don't know.
Is it Joe?
Is it? Oh, it's Joe.
It's Joe.
That's why.
It's probably Joe.
Yeah.
If he's the one asking, it's probably Joe.
Yep. And it's like poverty. He's leading at 24-20, which listen, not bad, but like not. The fact that the leader's at 24-20 is a testament that we are all bad at this.
Also, too, there was Fezzik. I forget. Steve Fezzik? Yeah. He posted something on his he posted an update on the super contest. I think it was, what was it? I
haven't looked at anything.
The Caesars. The leader in the Millions Circa Sports Millions with 7 weeks left. The best number 1 picker against the spread is 42-13.
That's insane.
Like,
that's insane.
Some dude named Potato Kamish leads with 42 points. He's 42-13 against the spread. On pace.
Second. They got to be way behind that. That's insane.
He's on pace to set the all-time record. Steve Fezzik is in 66th place with 35 wins and 20 losses.
Dang.
So, damn. I mean, that's a whole nother level, man. That's a whole nother level. Can you imagine placing bets
42 and hopefully you're placing bets along with what the bets you're making and you're making some money.
That's a wild record. So Potato Kamish, let's go. That's right. Shout out Potatoes in the chat. Super contest. I'm 31-24 and in contention. What about the Westgate Super contest? I didn't look that up. I don't know where the Westgate is. But
Westgate kind of got replaced a little bit by
the Westgate is out west.
Circa
Millions is
Circa kind of took over.
That's kind of the big boy now. So, all right. Well, that being said, we will be back live this Sunday. Now, this Sunday again, we are going to attempt. The goal is to attempt and do a TikTok stream as well. We're gonna try TikTok. See if that works. We want to grow our audience. TikTok is the biggest thing out there, and we're going to give it a try. So make sure you guys stay tuned. If you have a TikTok account, check us out on TikTok as well, and share the stream. So let's see if we can grow our community that much faster. But between now and Sunday, go be a good person. Live in the moment. We don't do that enough. Enjoy the things and people around you, and go be a good person. Scotty, what else you got?
Not a lot, just the usual, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you all. We'll see you back here on Sunday. Have a good finish to your week, and may all your teams win this weekend, unless you're a Colts fan.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
That's right. They're making another movie about that.
Are they?
Apparently. Yeah.
Go check it out.
I didn't watch all of them, but I watched some of them.
Yeah, they're good movies. They're fine. They're not like Oscar winners, but they're good. Go give IMAC some love and enjoy the rest of the NBA talk. We will see you.
I don't think that's his name.
What is it?
IMCK.
IMCK.
Not IMAC. IMAC.
Or IMAC. IMCK. There you go. Go give him some love. Tell him the boys from Action Lab sent you. Love you guys. Have a great night. We will see you back here Sunday Night Football. Let's get it.
Deuces.
Bye, everybody.
Still waiting for Asante Samuel Jr. this week.
Oh, just wait. He's going to be borderline defensive player of the year, Chris.
Just like how Duggan has been.
That will end soon, too.